Hey, everybody. We're live with Joya from Joya Inspirational Jewelry and Kris from IB Designs. Welcome,
Kris. Morning, everyone.
Welcome to our Crucian Coffee Chat. Kris, you got any coffee?
I do. I'm drinking mine out of a corksicle from Molly's, and it's ice, but yeah.
Good job. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We're so excited that you're here. This is the first one of its kind. We're hoping to do these every week with different businesses in town. We wanted to do this because it's a very interesting time in the world, and it's a time when we should all be collaborating and helping each other. And you saw us using the hashtag #WeAreBetterTogether with a heart.
Yes, we are. All of us.
All of us. And so we wanted to lift each other up in our community and for Crucians worldwide. If you want to be a guest on Crucian Coffee Chat, you can direct message me. It says so right at the bottom on the ticker. So many people have a love for St. Croix and affiliation to all of us and our businesses, and we want to help Crucians worldwide get the message out there about what they're doing during this time. And we started with Kris.
Yay. Yeah, thank you, Joya. Joya approached me a week ago and invited me to be a guest on her platform, and we've worked together forever, and it's great to be here with you. And thank you for having IB as your first guest on your Crucian Coffee event.
Well, it's the perfect person. You're the perfect person to have as my guest because we have been friends for about 14 years now. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that the first summer that you stayed open, I was your first employee sales rep behind the counter. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, it was.
And I worked when I was teaching school at AZ in my former life as a teacher. I worked summers and holidays and weekends with Kris for years. And then I had the opportunity to start apprenticing with Anita and making jewelry for Kris. And we had a jewelry show. Look at this picture of Kris at the jewelry show years ago. This has been 8 years now.
Oh, 8 years.
There she is at my dining room table with Savannah. Savannah, I bet you're watching. And that night, Kris said, you know what? I think that you've got a great idea with this engraving and handcrafting jewelry. And I think that you should open a store. And I think it should be 2 doors around the corner from me. And
there we are. There you are, right around the corner from us.
That's right, here we are. And we've been sending people to each other for years. And our jewelry is complementary to each other. And it's all about lifting each other up. And Kris has always lifted me up. And for that, I am so grateful.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I think it's important. I guess we're in our 20th year, being IB Designs as a storefront. And when we first opened, I remember how honored we were because Sonia welcomed us into the community so openly. And her daughters were such great mentors to us. And we used to vend. They would even tell me how to price things because I didn't have a clue. But we just had an art and a passion. And I think the more we can do that on every level of helping people grow is really important everywhere. But when you're in a really small place, it just is like a quicker domino effect. So I'm happy that we've always been able to collaborate and support each other. Thank you.
Thanks. Taylor just jumped on and said, love you both. We love you too.
Gosh, if I don't have my glasses on, I can't see anything.
So when the pandemic started to really spread and businesses started to down, Kris has been my mentor as Sonia was hers. And we walked directly to each other on the sidewalk that we both shut our doors down and kind of collectively held hands and hugged each other and said, what are we going to do? Be partners in this together. And we started a weekly phone date back in March when we first closed our doors down. And we've talked every week, all things from unemployment to all the loans, to what are your hours going to be? How are you going to open up? What sanitizer are you buying? And we've been side by side this entire time. So a week ago, Kris and I had the privilege of being on a boat with our friend Sue, who was turning 70. And here I am talking her into this Crucian Coffee Chat. Water.
There was Prosecco involved or something. And Corinne was also also very, you know, she could be a very good influence. So yeah, that's business like meeting right there that went on.
That was a business meeting. We should have expensed that.
Yeah.
So we came together and we supported each other and we helped each other. And now that businesses are opening, everybody has different hours. St. Croix is open for tourism, but it's really hard to know where you can go, what the expectation is when you get there, who's open, what days they're open. And so I was thinking this would be a great forum for us to share with the Christian Stud community and businesses worldwide.
Yeah, and you know, we've only been open up for 2 weeks on St. Croix, really welcoming tourists, hotels open, and we're doing a great job. We're such a wonderful community in that we have got great respect for each other, and i.e. our safety of our community, and the mask wearing is pretty well received, and people seem to be, at least in the business setting, in order to come into the store, you have to have a mask on. Sarah Jane from Asha just gave me this awesome reversible mask, and I know, like, from the get-go and Adorn, everybody's, you know, selling masks if you need a cool and groovy one. And then there's the hand sanitizer that we have. It's great because we have plenty of hand sanitizer thanks to Mutiny Island Vodka and Cultured Naturals, who's making it down the block. But our health is really important here. We're a small community. And again, there's the domino. Once we start getting this kind of community spread, it can go really quickly. So we just need to take care of each other. And it's pretty simple. Yeah.
Yeah. And we have changed our hours. I'm going to pop this up for everybody. Kris and I are sharing the same hours right now. We're open Tuesday to Saturday from 10 to 4.
Yeah.
We're closed on Sunday and Monday. So that's the same for both of us. And I know all businesses have different hours right now, which makes it a little hard for tourists to know when they can come and when they can't. So we'll pop this up one more time. Tuesday to Saturday from 10 to 4. And then, of course, our websites are running 24/7.
Yes. Online. The World Wide Web.
And we've started virtual styling sessions. So those of you who are not on St. Croix and you want to style or shop with me or create custom pieces, you can go right on the website and click under styling and set up an appointment to do so. And Kris, I'm sure people can reach out to you as well. How can they do that?
Best way is to really email. I'm still kind of a little old fashioned, but you can direct message us on Instagram. I do check that as much as I can, or phone call. So we're here whenever people need us. During this time, I've been doing some deliveries at, you know, Chicken Shack and the movie theater and the parking lots. And, you know, we're just trying to, in this time, as a small business, you really have to do whatever it takes. And we're super grateful for all the support we're getting and the love. And yeah, it's really overwhelming at times. So, yeah.
It definitely can be. For those of you who are just joining us right now, this is our Crucian Coffee Chat, where we are lifting up the community and sharing the events and the hours and what's happening with the businesses now that St. Croix is open to tourism. If you want to be a guest on my Crucian Coffee Chat, please just direct message me or email me, reach out to me. And this is for Crucians worldwide, no matter where you live. And Ilana just said she misses this amazing community and can't wait to come back this summer, all sorts of fun stuff. And we are all doing the best that we can to take care of ourselves and each other. We're requiring masks. We're using hand sanitizer. We're sonicking and cleaning the jewelry that everyone touches to keep you safe and us safe as well. So just a recap for everybody. There's a bunch of people who are jumping on right now. Can you see that on your screen, Kris?
If I put my glasses on, I can't. Oh, hi, Linda. Oh, hi.
There you go.
I love it.
Kris, you have a new design that you just launched that we want to talk about. Why don't you tell us about it, and then I'll throw up a picture of it.
Okay. Yeah, we launched a design about a month ago, and it was, I'd say, 2 years in the making, of lots of after dinner conversations with Todd Manley from 40 Strand, and now currently with Scion Farm Distillery or Mutant Island Vodka. that uses breadfruit as its base to make an island vodka instead of your traditional potato. And Waylon being from Dominica, we have a pretty good connection. Breadfruit is everywhere. It's a staple food, whether you roast it or boil it, mash it. And it has great, they're calling it a superfood, I should say. It absorbs a lot of carbon, emits a lot of oxygen, and grows in the equatorial belt, in which there is the greatest food shortage, the greatest poverty, the areas on the planet that are being greatly affected by climate change. And it's a viable economic export for St. Croix, as Scion Farm Distillery has shown. So Waylon and Todd kept talking. With Todd's encouragement, we launched the Breadfruit bracelet, which is right here. Oops, I'm not so good at this. And it has 2 breadfruit. The leaf of the breadfruit is beautiful. I encourage you to go online and maybe look up the breadfruit, because I'm sure a lot of people don't know what a breadfruit is. And we are, there it is. She's pretty.
In gold and silver.
Yeah. And we're honored that we were able to partner with the Trees That Feed Foundation that originated in Jamaica. I've spoken to Mary. She lives in Chicago, but she's originally from Jamaica. And they have agreed that their program will donate all of the proceeds that I donate to them to local VI projects, which they already, not from my donation, but they had already helped the farm get a dehydrator, I mean, because when you dehydrate breadfruit, you can make breadfruit flour, that you can make pancakes and cookies and everything like that, and it's gluten-free. So we're super excited, and the reception has been amazing. I love hearing the stories about, people's love of breadfruit. I would love to hear. I've Googled like new ways to prepare it. The best way is roasted. So yeah, it's been a good thing. And again, I always try to, I don't know, it feels good when you're selling a piece of jewelry and you know that it's making people feel good, but then also that you're able to give back to the community. So I appreciate everyone's encouragement and support. Buy a breadfruit bracelet.
Absolutely. And I'm thinking you might be expanding that collection. Sharon just jumped on here and said, I hope you make the breadfruit charm.
Yeah, we immediately, everyone starts asking, like, are you going to make a ring? Are you going to make an earring? So we'll get there. We are, slowly building back, even working. So we'll see what else comes. But if you Instagram or Facebook, that's where we're going to blast it. So just keep your eyes open. Thanks.
Perfect. We've got some things coming up too at Joy Jewelry. We are going to do a live event with some one-of-a-kind pieces in July. And then in August, we are also launching a new collection that speaks to this time in our lives. So to be continued. See what that is. It's a secret still. That's how it works. And a lot of people are jumping on here. Oh, Kris, Anita just jumped on. We love you so much, Anita.
Oh, Anita. Hi.
And Sally Sanford all the way from LA. And Kanuma. We got all our friends up on here, Kris.
How fun. This is the first time I've done anything live. So this is kind of fun to see that people are participating. It's cool.
We want to talk a little bit about this community that we want to create, which is hashtag We Are Better Together. And it has the heart at the end. Oh, everything opposite on this computer screen. So We Are Better Together community is really about, we want to hear from you. We want to hear what's going on in your life, because community is so important, especially during this time with social distancing and all of the unrest and the upheaval that's going on in the world. It's important for us to support each other. So We Are Better Together as a hashtag is already out there. But if you start using We Are Better Together with the heart, get it in there. There we go.
Heart.
This is a community that Kris and I can go and look at the hashtag. There's about 1,000 posts right now. So please, as you're putting things up that you're doing in your community or with your friends and loved ones, that are making you better and lifting people up around you, use the hashtag We Are Better Together, and we will see them, and we can start sharing them on our pages, and we can create an entire community. I'm actually going to pop this up as a banner. I couldn't make the heart on here, so it says heart in parentheses. But we are better together, and we know that. Chris and I are better together, helping each other collaborate, and throughout all of this, and always, she's been my mentor, and we would love to work together with all of you too. So let's create that community. We are better together, and I promise I will go and look at it every day and respond and share with you and put your messages out there as well.
Yeah, and the We Are Better Together means more now than I think it ever has. I mean, when this pandemic started, our Helix Design, which if you go on our website, you can see that it speaks about the human family and our kind of gene sequencing that makes us all so much more alike than different. And I think in this time of what's happening now worldwide, and has been happening in the world, that it really is important to take the time to hear what other people are saying, think about what you are thinking, what your beliefs are, and being open to learning or unlearning things that we have been living for too long. So yeah, I encourage people. I mean, I've been so inspired by all of the Crucians that are in the United States who are out protesting again, because this is real, and it's going to take a minute. It's going to take all of us. So I hope we get there. I'm hopeful, but a lot of work to do, lots. So thank you.
Absolutely. Kris, we are up with our 15 minutes, and I want to talk about, who we're going to have as a guest next time. But is there anything else that you wanted to share with the community about what you're doing in the store at this time, or things that are changing, or in St. Croix in general?
Yeah, I mean, again, this is just so fitting. The We Are Better Together during the pandemic. We went out and volunteered at Lou Muckle School and helped paint the playground, and we're working with other business partners, A to Z Paint, Birdie's Forest, Epoch Graphics. They're going to help us do some more volunteer work at Lou Muckle. And with the encouragement of Risa O'Reilly from Project Promise. I just think it's really important right now, if this is what we are, that we know is what will all rise us up, that now it's time to do the work. And for me, because I have more time, we're open less, it does mean, I guess, maybe giving to the community, but when I do that, I get so much more. So it's kind of this beautiful 360 energy thing that happens. So I just encourage people to do that. I mean, there's so much that we can do to come together. And yeah.
Well, and you and I for years have been making collections of jewelry that donate to the community. We have the Tree of Knowledge, which proceeds goes to the Good Hope Country Day School Scholarship Fund for Kids. And we have the Dolphin, which goes to the Dolphin swim team, and they're helping kids, even in public school, learn how to swim at their pool. And they're back open now for swim lessons and things like that, which is really great. And we're going to actually feature some of those groups that we've been working with. Also, we have the Hope Collection for cancer awareness, and we've been working with many organizations there, the YAG Foundation and things like that. And you have so many collections also that have always donated proceeds to the community. And we've always been about the community. And I think that people really want to hear our voices now in this time. And this is the perfect time to be creating this and reaching out to all of the people that we've already worked with, and then finding more.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, now that our 15 minutes we're already past it, I didn't know what to expect from being your first guest. And I just think that having more conversation amongst our business partners in Christiansted wherever in St. Thomas, just how we can all really learn from each other, encourage each other, and be better together.
I agree 100%. Coming up next week on the Coffee Chat, we get to hang out with the Kendricks.
Yay!
Dave Kendrick are my neighbors.
From Uptown today.
Wayne and Dave Kendrick are my neighbors to the right. They have Uptown Eatery, and they've got some changes coming up that they want to share with you. And then their son, Dustin, has taken their lineage, and he is right down the street on Queen Cross at Touche, and they're open for dinner. So we're going to feature the Kendricks, the whole family, next week on the Crucian Coffee Chat, and talk about how the pandemic has affected them and what's going on in their world and the changes that they're making. And so if you have not eaten at either one of those establishments, please reach out to them. Their food is exquisite and always consistent. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please start posting wonderful things and using the hashtag We Are Better Together.
We are better together. Oops. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Joya.
Everybody. And if you love what you're seeing, share it. Share the video with your friends. And if you want to be a guest on the next Crucian Coffee Chat, please just reach out to me. We'd love to have you. Kris, thank you for always being a light.
Thank you, Joya. Peace.
Everybody.
Bye.
Bye.